Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm so glad you're back for another repair, restore, destruct, destroy, decompose, design, redesign jewelry video. I got a lot of work to do here. You know, it's interesting that I am not a normal person anymore ever since I started doing YouTube and kind of parlayed into jewelry, a very passionate community of jewelry lovers, of which I am one and have been since probably before I could even write my name. I have so much jewelry and I find so much pleasure in hunting for it that sometimes I just put it aside and then I go back and I relook at it, whether it's broken, whether it's just a whole bunch of earrings that look like they just came from Claire's or something. So I put them aside. Please look through all of your little pieces. This is just a couple of little trinket jars that I looked through, and I found approximately 3 grams of 14 karat gold. One single earring, which I think I actually have the match pile of earring backs. This is just one, and it is, what, about 1.5 inches deep of all backs. And I did it to separate them into silver and gold, but I always want to look through the gold, and this is all 14 karat, including the white gold there. And one is even, and this one is even a little gemstone. Looks like a garnet, possibly ruby, but it is in 14 karat white gold. And then this little ball too. So that's just from re-looking for these videos. Definitely worth a good little bit of cash for melt value. But more importantly, I'm going to use these when I have 14 karat gold posts, which I have had, and I've lost their backs, or for whatever reason, sometimes I'll find the post and then I'll need the back. So it's good to have them for that reason. You can sell your items a lot faster when they're complete. Oh, there was even a jump ring. This one's. We're going to do a couple of things here. This is a fabulous piece, and what I want to touch up is the back of it. But it's actually, it looks like it's silver in the back. It's been a while since I've used it. Yeah, they stay nice and wet. Like one is not. Should I do I'm going to try just a little. This might even require a double coat, and I don't know how it's going to work, honestly, because it almost looks like a reflective type of metallic on this back. Let's see. I may have to put a couple of coats on it. I wonder if we could have fun later on some pieces and do different colors. What do you think? Now it looks very strange, doesn't it? Yeah, you know, we don't always win here. We're learning. It really does not look right. And maybe it's because it is kind of dry. It's very much a mirror, like a mirrored finish. So that is not going to work too well. Maybe do a nail polish. Oh, I have a silvery nail polish. All right, so let's see if we can save the damage we've done so far, because it obviously is more of a mirrored finish back there. And let me know if you've ever seen anything at your hobby stores where you could do like a mirrored finish. I'm going to try to do that, and it's going to look kind of interesting because not all of it is faded away. And then if I don't like it, I wonder if I could use some nail polish remover to take it all off. What do you think? By the way, let me know in your comments and with a thumbs up if you're enjoying this type of video. This is the second in a series, and I will likely put it in a playlist for you. Do you guys use playlists? I like playlists. I always look for my favorite YouTubers' playlists so I can just kind of binge on them. Oh, that's kind of messy, isn't it? Don't like that. Don't like that at all. That is such a shame. I think it's really looking bad because the mirror didn't come out in all of it. I don't know if adding another coat is going to help or hurt. Let me know if you use nail polish for crafting. Gosh, I can't tell you how many things I've done with my nail polishes. I've done picture frames, and yeah, no, it's super, super reflective with that mirror like. So that's a thumbs down. Don't give me a thumbs down, but give me a thumbs up for effort. And we will move on to the next. Yeah, I'm going to let that sit. Trial and error equals error on that one. We're going to do a couple of earrings here. I think I need some gold ones for these. Absolutely beautiful. They do not look like they held the stone like some of them have. Oh, here it is, right here. What is it? So they're just missing their hook. These are so gorgeous, and I'll bet they're a little bit lighter weight. I cannot wear some Kendra Scott earrings as beautiful as they are. They're just too heavy. All right, so here we have a nice gold one. This is now ready for auction. Are you guys ready for my first auction on YouTube, my first sale? Let me know in the comments if you're excited. I'm certainly excited. Coming soon for sure. I just had my grandchildren over for 10 days. They just left on Tuesday. They were here 10 days. So I was really, really excited to have them here and didn't want to spend too much time doing much of anything else. So it was kind of a strange time to have launched my new channel, but it is ready for content as we speak. I'm going to organize my first sale. I think these Kendras are ready to be sold. They are just so pretty. They have such a beautiful Moorish vibe to them. Love it. Here is another pair, and this one does need a back as well. Let's see if I have another gold back here. Oh, by the way, don't you love this? Let me show you that. I didn't show you the rings of the day, but let me show you my beautiful Schiaparelli, Elsa Schiaparelli bracelet, signed. Absolutely beautiful. Sort of an amber stone there. Beautiful AB coated carved cabochons and leaf designs with a wonderful blackened metal that they used on that, and it does have a safety chain. I love that bracelet. Love this bracelet. Okay, here's a nice gold one. So, and those are a beautiful ruby red. They're probably some kind of dyed quartz. Gorgeous. Much heavier with the stones though. Two beautiful earrings done. All they needed was hooks. These were found in a jewelry jar. And Kendra Scott still doing quite well. Oh, here's some beautiful kitty cat earrings. Just do a couple more of these and move on to something else. We'll notice this video series is done in segments as I try to do a little bit at a time, and I don't want to bore you with just one thing. But aren't these cute? I wonder how these would look with these long hooks. I think they would be really cute, and I think I have two. No, I have two silver ones, but these are gold. Okay, why am I having trouble putting this cat in here? What do you think? I really like the long one. The kidney wires might work better. Not sure yet. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think they are perfect now with kidney wires. Yeah, I think they'll stay on there. They won't. Sometimes these earrings do get lost off their hooks. Those are cute. Let me know what you think about those. Well, single earrings. I'm wondering what to do with so many single earrings. I know lots of people wear these on chains and they look great. You just basically clip it. This one is actually, I think, a Kramer. Indeed, Kramer. So see, you can wear those single earrings easily like this. I actually wore a money clip like this. It was from Tiffany. Sterling money clip from Tiffany, and I just clipped it on a chain, a big bold chain, and it looked gorgeous in my never to be humble opinion. Now, that is one way to salvage your little single earrings. I love that. This is a beautiful labradorite. I could easily just maybe close that, but I really don't like the way this looks so much like an earring. I think I like a simpler hook without the beading that those stainless steel ones have, or maybe even clip off some of it so that it cannot scream. I was an earring. This is sterling, I think. This one's sterling. This is kind of a kidney. I'm wondering if I could do something with that. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to clip it and make a bail and take this part off. And I think it'll work better. I want to try to keep as much as I can intact. The trick about these, though, is that you have to curl them. You often have to work with two. Make sure you don't just get one. You often have to work with two of these, one to hold it, one to curl it. Yeah, basically, you're just going to curl them. I'm not sure if this bail is too big. What do you think? I think it might be too big. Yeah, I think it's a little on the big side, so we're going to clip it a little bit more. You might want to wear goggles if you're scared of anything like popping in your eye. I don't consider myself an expert on repairing, restoring, redesigning. So if you have better ideas, if you have an idea you think others could benefit from, please share in the comments. I'm just trying to utilize what I have and not throw things away. Now, I don't really like for them to kind of go over each other, so I'm going to try to have them meet in the center. Believe me, this is a lot easier to do when I'm not on camera. But that's basically it right there. I will squeeze it again, try to get those two ends together. A pendant, I don't know, you don't have much movement with it. Not like a bracelet where you might snag it or something, but with a pendant, I'm not afraid to just let them meet. And if you're more comfortable with them crossing each other, then cross them. This appears to be big enough to go in this little bead ball chain, and I think it looks much better than someone putting that on it. But there is a way to do those, and I do them as well with sterling ones, but I'll show you. So that turned out pretty nice. Now we have a very nice labradorite pendant. They sell bails on Amazon, at Hobby Lobby. You know, you're repairing this jewelry that you paid a quarter for, basically, maybe a dime, what I get in jewelry jars. And if it's wearable, why not just use that? And that is a sterling findings. Looks great. Well, I love that. I don't think that looks bad at all. I do love that green labradorite color. These are beautiful, and I believe that's carnelian. These were also found in a jewelry jar. And I'm going to look for something that at least looks brass colored and not a shiny gold. Like this one. I think that's pretty close. Let me see if I can find another brassy one, because these are gorgeous. I just love them so much. These would have been pretty. Wouldn't that have been pretty in the big hoop? I think so. Look at that. That would have been very exotic. Oh, I love it on the long one too. Tell me which one you like better. As I put this one on pause. Now they will dangle longer too. I just think they give it a more exotic look. These actually are gorgeous. They articulate, carnelian, beautiful brass. I think these were from the antique jewelry jar. One of them. I'm not too sure anymore. But aren't those pretty? I have to look through all of my little thingamajigs and then maybe find the other large one. I just think they have a really pretty look. Oh, here's one that I want to turn into a pendant right here. Fairly easy, because take off the post. These are basically unwearable. That is a beautiful post though, but they are so heavy. I don't know. I think I'm going to wait, because I don't remember if I have the other one, and if I do, I'm thinking of putting them into clips. They are gorgeous, but I can wear heavy clips. I just can't wear heavy post pierce. So I'm going to put that one on hold for now. Isn't that gorgeous though? I hardly ever see rhinestones and coins together. That's kind of a rarity for me. Let me take a look at that red one. Isn't this gorgeous? Does need some chains here. It's like a neon orange. Isn't it gorgeous? And I was thinking of putting these little red drops on there, but I don't know if the red would clash with it. And then I think I had a clear one. What else should I put? Do you think something blue? I'm trying to think of the color wheel, and it's opposite, you know. Oh, doesn't this look a little bit like my Elsa Schiaparelli? My Elsa Schiaparelli, my Schiaparelli bracelet, a little bit. Those are much richer though, right? The vintage rhinestones are much richer. Yeah, but this is gorgeous. It's got to be a drop. And I think on a black sterling chain, which I have. I'll show you that. I'm going to leave that here too. Not sure how I'm going to do this one. Give me some ideas. What do you think I should do? Thinking of little attached on both sides for this beautiful little cameo on a shell. Before we go, let's clip these things. Let's clip these feathers. Let's pluck them. I really like the little macrame look on it. Feathers are good. I just don't know if purple feathers just took it a little bit too gaudy. They're already kind of gaudy. I like gaudy. Nothing wrong with gaudy. But sometimes just a little bit too much. I was thinking crochet some beads in there, but no. These are cute in purple. My silver hair looks absolutely stunning, and I don't care how you think that sounds. Stunning against purple. So I'm going to wear them one day. Oh, I don't even want to throw away the feathers. I feel like I could do something with that too. Maybe put them in a hairband. Much more wearable. They have a sort of cottagecore look to them. Thinking of this one or the clear one as a drop, but it's actually kind of short too. So I feel like it needs something. They are even, so that's good. There's 3 and 3. And I feel like I would need something up here to extend it first of all. So I'm going to have to look through my chains. I'm thinking of an amber drop. See, I really like the way that amber looks. It's not amber, actually. I think it's glass. It's a famber. I'm still here piddling around with lots of jewelry. I've made a couple of pendants. I thought this was a laurel birch, but it's not. It's really beautiful. It was a earring, and I pulled off the bail from another pendant that I haven't been able to sell it, though he's cute. And that was this little bear. I figured I'd put another one on him later. He's really cute too. What do you think? I think it's a mouse, huh? Could be a bear. I don't know. Anyway, I pulled it off him and I put it on this one because I love this cat. Just so cute. And it's just a typical little bail. And I think they sell these bails on Amazon. I need to look and see so I don't have to, you know, take from Paul to pay Peter or whatever it is. And that way I'll have plenty. And I think it's a good idea since I'm going to be doing these videos. Let me know in the comments if you want me to continue doing these types of videos. If you'd like to see me actually do the work or the thinking out loud, or if you just want me to bring everything back as I've done it. Okay, so you let me know in the comments your feedback if you would. Here's another thing I ran into with this, but I almost feel like they did them kind of haphazardly anyway. So I'm going to pull these off of here and I'll probably put something else. They left a negative space. They did this very kind of shoddily in my opinion. I would have done a better job than that. The little ends don't even meet there. So I'm going to pull those out. I know I've had plenty of these earrings before. I don't think I've ever sold any. I've tried to, and they don't sell here for me. I have not put as many as I should have on eBay. They could possibly sell, especially the gold, more elaborate, more flamboyant looking ones. There's some really, I mean, they're over the top sometimes in that gold color and everything. But another colored bead there. Maybe I'll just cut that out completely. I may be able to chop that off. I can file that right down. There we go. I think those are much better, don't you? I really do. I also made a pendant out of this, and I'm just using this little choker piece to hold it. It was actually a key ring. A key fob. It had, yeah, it was on this thing right here. So I don't know if it almost looks like, is it Fossil that did the keys? I think it might have been a Fossil charm. I don't know. It doesn't say Fossil on it. But now it's a necklace. Now it's a pendant, rather. Don't you think that looks cute? I think that looks pretty cute. I don't know if this went on a Fossil purse or what. I just, like I said, I've been looking through my little stash of tidbits and doodads that fall out of the jewelry jars and just get put away. And I thought, why not start doing some repair, some restoration, some destruction. We did destroy some jewelry today, but we're hoping to salvage it. It's gonna be a type of rescue next time to see if we can get that fixed. But right now, we're just moving on. I think that turned out pretty nice. To show you that I'm going to turn this one. I was just going to try to do a ring, but this is actually gunmetal color, so I'm going to have to use this hook for the earring hook. So I'm going to curl it up. I'm not going to cut anything yet. I'm going to try to curl it up and see what I can come up with here. We're going to do that. I asked in the other segment, but I don't know if it recorded it correctly. Would you like to see me do the entire process of my thinking, my brainstorming, my thinking out loud, or do you just want me to come back with a before and after style video? Because I could do either one. I kind of enjoy the process, and I thought maybe, you know, it might be a good way to spend the evening together. If we just sit here and talk about what I'm doing. But you let me know. I guess you'll let me know with your views. And please, if you are enjoying the video series, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. My subscriptions are always free. You can always help the channel out further with your membership, which does come with perks that you can use at my auctions. But of course, as I said, always give it a thumbs up if you would. It really helps spread the video around to YouTube land, and more people can come and enjoy the videos. Okay, so I'm just kind of curling it right now, and I gotta put this in here first. I cut off the little part that has the threading on it. That's sometimes easier for me to see it this way, and then I know that I'll stay on frame. Let me try to get this really curled. I'm sorry if I tend to whisper when I'm working. Some people whistle while they work. I whisper while I work. I don't know why. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Sort of a squared off effect, kind of like a bale would. I think I succeeded. Ooh, that's cute. That doesn't even look like it was an earring. I think it's beautiful. Look at that. That is blackened, and then it's got AB coating on it. Sort of peacock colors. What I did was cut off that threading on that shepherd's hook, and I kind of squared it off a bit, and then I made sure that the two ends kind of nested under each other. And I think that looks really good. I also have a black sterling chain. Let me see if, and I just think it looks really good. I think this is an 18 or 20-inch chain. Just a perfect sexy drop right there. I love it. And then look at this. Several good looks on this one, huh? This is a sterling James Avery leather cord. I think this is 16 inches. That's a great look too. Isn't that pretty? I think that is just beautiful. And that's just a lost earring, guys. What a beautiful piece. Not finished with it yet. This necklace. Very unique. I've never seen one like it. It's actually a mesh nylon, but it is on sterling findings. It's got such a beautiful Victorian vibe, but isn't that pretty? The display is not quite accurate to human form, but it would fit more like that. I love that too. So 3 separate looks with one beautiful pendant. 4 separate looks. Again, I'll ask the same question because I'm not sure if the other recording picked it up, but let me know if you want to hear me and see me piddling around, experimenting with these looks, or if you want me to just pull out everything and then I'll just show you like a before and after. I like it both ways, honestly, because I just feel like your input is good too. I love this. The other day I found it in one of my jars very recently. You may remember this is New York and Company. Their jewelry was always very fashion forward. You always knew the trends when you walked into those stores. They had a lot of jewelry and it was well made. Anyway, this one had a knot. I'm thinking of all the wonderful things you can do with it. You could actually wear it like this. This is quite chic these days to just drape things on there like little cords. You could just do a tie like that and then just have it drape very nicely down your cleavage there. You could do a bow tie like that. But look what I found with a lost earring. Lost earring found a new station in life. This earring is fabulous. I love it so much. I saw it and I thought that's a gorgeous earring. Those are real pearls by Napier. And I thought, you know, I could put that on a chain like I showed clipped on. Showed you how you could just clip the earring on a chain and it would serve very nicely as a pendant. This is actually very pretty and I think it would work there too. Double omega here. Try different things and then it works so well on this chain. This gives it a little bit more friction and it holds the knot. And then it just has a beautiful drape of fringe there. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's so fabulous. And I could put it up higher. So it's like a tension clip. So there you go. Vintage earring has found a wonderful new home. Give me your opinions, your feedback on this series of destruction, destroy, redesign, repurpose, restoring jewelry. It's been fun for me. I hope it has for you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it at any time. Let YouTube know you had a good time with this wonderful piece here. Robert did help me locate a piece of chain that I think will be sufficient to bring it back around and make it a full necklace size. This is exactly the color I need. I need sort of a coppery or brass color. So I'm going to hold it together real quick for now. And I think I found a pendant I'd like to put, but I want your opinion. I'm still mulling around ideas. I wanted to put it with blue. I just thought this neon bright orange is so pretty with blue. And then I ran into this cross, and I love crosses. Many people do it to me. It's very, very kind of 16th century old world. So I really love it, but I don't know if the blue will work after all. What do you think? Do you like that? I know it's got that orange too. I'm going to put it there temporarily and let you take a look at it. I think it's such a beautiful piece. I really am so curious as to what it actually entailed at one time. So it does have an open space there. And then what I don't like is that there's still, I don't like when there's a bead and it's got a ring. I feel like that has the wrong pin on it. I used to do beaded jewelry and I never ended my jewelry with open rings like that. And this looks like it was attached at the last minute there too. I mean, it looks like it was an addendum of some sort. This is a beautiful cross too. I really like it. It's got sort of a, almost looks like a oriental painting in the back, or an Asian, maybe Japanese inspired. I don't know. It's just very pretty. Kind of like it like that. I think it's really pretty. Every time I see something like this, it reminds me of Romeo and Juliet or something like that. You know, the old movie. And I think they were doing a tribute not too long ago to Olivia Hussey. and her classic portrayal of Juliet. She wore a beautiful big cross on her, high on her neck, just gorgeous, and it reminds me of that a lot. I do like the extra dangle. I do like the blue, but I don't know if this particular one, I mean, I could easily replace that pin. But let me know what you think about the color story here, the color combination and design as well. This is just a first thought for me, but I really do like it. And this actually could lend itself to being even shorter, so maybe I wouldn't need such a long chain. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the video, feel about the designs, whether you want to hear me in my mind piddle around with the jewelry, or you just want to see the tools that I'm using and the items that I've decided to put together and that kind of thing. That's important for me to know so that I can continue to bring you the videos that you enjoy. But anyway, this is one last thing I wanted to show you. I hope that you let me know what you think about it. Isn't it a gorgeous piece? I just love it so much. It's like it's weighing on me. I really have to do something with it. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate your time today. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Subscriptions are always free. Please feel free to support the channel further. You can join as a member, and that's a very minimal fee that will help me bring more videos to you. And you can also have perks at my auctions and sales if you become a member. So I will see you at the very next one. Thank you so much for your time today. Bye-bye.